Bosnia and Herzegovina, but Serbian. So,
Republika Srpska. Thank you.
why could you just say, "Oh, I'm from Bosnia and Herzegovina"?
I feel there is this narrative where you are being labeled by other people.
Does it like offend you, or most people from there? If somebody said, are you Bosnian?" If you're not from that part, there's that
Like that Tarzan video.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You'll have to find something else.
Viewers, one more time, no? And I couldn't understand anything. I was just like, okay.
Have kids and I don't know, like.
Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So in this channel, we'll be talking about different topics, maybe different questions where we ask each other different topics, and then maybe he gives his opinion, I give my opinion, so we just tackle different things. So in today's episode, we'll be talking about a specific matter because my husband is from Bosnia and Herzegovina, but Serbian. So,
Republika Srpska. Thank you.
yes, cute. Okay, so now, what's it like being from Bosnia and Herzegovina, but having to specifically say, I am from Republika Srpska in Bosnia and Herzegovina? Why do you feel the need, the emphasis to say that?
Because it's not wrong.
But why is there the emphasis? Why could you just say, "Oh, I'm from Bosnia and Herzegovina," and that's about it?
Let me ask you a different question. Why is there always an emphasis that everyone is from Bosnia and Herzegovina? Why can't you be from just Herzegovina? Why can't you just be from Bosnia? Why can't you be from, I don't know, something else like Dalmatia? Why do you have to be, I don't know. Like, I feel there is this narrative where you are being labeled by other people how they see you and your country. Well, no, thank you. For me, I see myself as a Serbian. I come from Republika Srpska, specifically Herzegovina region. Proudly Herzegovac, proudly Serbian. That's
But
it for
then
me.
why
Like
can't you?
because most of the how do you say, foreigners, as soon as you say that where are you from Bosnia and Herzegovina, they say you're Bosnian. No, you're not Bosnian.
So would you take it? Is it taken as? Do you find it offensive, or do you take it as an insult if somebody said, "Oh, you're Bosnian"? Because I think generally, as a foreigner, before, if I knew about Bosnia and Herzegovina and what it is, Herzegovina is more of the Serbian, like Serbian here in Serbia, I would just think, "Oh yeah, the Bosnians," because I think it's just something natural that somebody would use the first one, Bosnian. They would not want to say, "Yeah, Bosnian and Herzegovina." It doesn't quite add up when you're saying it in English, so you just say Bosnian, and it's not like somebody knows. So does it like offend you, or most people from there, if somebody said, are you Bosnian?" If you're not from that part.
If foreigners say it, I don't really get offended. I just either try to correct them or just go with the flow. But generally, if some Serbian person says it, especially from Serbia, I get a bit offended too. Yeah, to be honest. Yeah.
So would you say 90% of people from your part, Herzegovina, would get offended if somebody said, "Oh, so you're Bosnian"?
Yeah, I think they would, most of them. No matter, this is not really a matter of nationality, whether you are Serbian or Croatian or Bosniak. Yeah, I think it's more a matter of geographical region, like if you are Herzegovac or not, because there's a little bit of difference in a lot of aspects when it comes to people who live there on the southern part in Herzegovina than when compared to the people who live in the northern part, like pronunciation, accents, body size, people are taller in Herzegovina generally.
So there's a significant
and
difference.
pride. Yes, and pride is huge down there, like northern part of the country, you can't see that much of that, like of the pride. But down there, southern parts, Herzegovina, very proud people. Yeah. So Those are the main differences, I would say.
Okay, so now since it's a difference between Bosnians and Herzegovians, so like the Serbians. So now, when I visited Bosnia and Herzegovina,
Sorry, just one correction. Herzegovci are also next to Serbians, are also Croatians, and some
I
of
was
them,
going to that. So that's my
some of
next
the
question.
Muslims. Yeah,
So because I know when
Bosnians.
I visited Bosnia and Herzegovina, it's a mix. There's Croatians, there's Bosniaks as you call them, and then there's Herzegovs.
Herzegovci.
Herzegovci people. So then when you say so if somebody says, "Oh, are you Bosnian?" and they're like Croatian, is that also taken as an insult because they live there too?
I don't know. I cannot speak for them, but I would say definitely none of the Croatians who live in Croatia, call Croatians from Bosnia and Herzegovina Bosniaks. None of them. They just call them Croatians.
But I think
So it's so weird that there is a narrative to call Serbian people who live in Bosnia and Herzegovina Bosniaks also, like, or let's say Bosnian to be correct. Okay.
But I think I find it very hard, and it's hard to fathom that there's Croatians living there. There's Serbians, Herzegovins people living there, and then there's Bosnia.
There are,
And you-
don't make when you are saying like that, Herzegov's people. There is a mix. It's not only Serbians, and also Serbians are also living in the northern part, like the
Yes, yes.
So it's not only Serbians, there are other nations too.
But I just find it so interesting now how all of you could all just live in one country, but each of you have your own, places to be. Like, for example, Croatians, most of them should have been in Croatia, not be there. I can understand if it was Bosnians and people in the southern parts and making Bosnia and Herzegovina okay. But then when the Croatians are there, I understand there's a history, everything that happened, the past, the war, so there's reasons why they're there, But I just find it, I don't know, very surprising and interesting, and I think it's something.
Yeah, but those were hard times, like I didn't get a chance to live in that time. I was born just after, last year of the war, basically. So I don't remember any of that. And I don't think it was easy listening to the stories of people. How was it, like war is always a bad thing. Like, as my grandpa would say, it's better to have the worst ruler, like king, whether it's king, president, or whatever, like to be some kind of totalitarianism, whatever. It's always better to have any kind of government than to be in war. War is the worst thing that can happen. So when I was younger, I didn't understand why did he say that. But the more I see now these wars in Ukraine and everywhere around in Middle East, a lot, like the more I understand, I think when you see how many civilians die for ideals of some individuals, in the power, it's very sad, but it has been reality of our world for since existence, since the first country. Even before the first country was even founded, it was always like that. Just normal people were suffering.
It's always a sensitive topic, and war is not easy. I have never experienced that, obviously, my age, and where I come from, Zambia, we had to fight for our own independence and whatnot. But like I said, I was not there, so I don't really know how it would feel. Close, and probably my sisters know.
God forbid.
Yes. So another thing, we'll move on. So of course, the Balkans, I would say generally, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Serbia, the singing. So
Macedonia, Montenegro.
yes, the singing. When I just hear, there's a specific way that you guys. There's a
like that Tarzan video.
Yes, like this Tarzan video. Oh, it's clip here. Something like that. So I've always been curious. How did you guys discover, like, okay, this is our style? Like, 'cause when you hear somebody singing like that, then you know automatically it's from the Balkans. Can you give an example the way you did today?
No, but I can I have an idea generally, because that music always has a soul. Literally, the singer is pouring
But
his
I
soul
think
into the song.
before you answer,
And
pause. I think our audience here does not know exactly what I'm referring to,
you
and
just
I
play
see.
you just play the video.
Yeah, but they want to hear live from you how you do it.
I'm sorry. You'll have to find something else. I'm not really the fan of that music, by the way.
Yes, but that's for the record. When we are the two of us, it does it very well for me.
Yeah, because I try to, I don't know, entertain you, I guess. But I'm bad at it. I'm not a fan of that
No,
music.
you do good, really good.
Well, maybe from your perspective, since you're not from here, I would say.
Maybe. Yes, you were saying?
Yeah, so that's. I feel that people, when they make music like that, especially it was popular, I think, in the 90s, I would say. It's very. How do you say? People are pouring their soul into the song. That's why it sounds like that. And um, I don't know, did it start from the Roma people, gypsies as they call them, or not? But in some occasions it has been connected to them, but I don't know really. I really don't have knowledge on that topic to talk about it. So yeah, it's when you get drunk. It's a music when you get drunk, and when you feel nostalgia, and that's when to play it and break glasses and whatever, like bottles. That's when it comes into play.
Well, thank you. So you still insist on not demonstrating?
No,
something?
just keep that. Come on, I already told
Viewers, one more time. No?
you. Tell me from your perspective, how do you see Bosnia and Herzegovina? What was the first thing when we visited? What was weird to you, like that you didn't see in any country before?
For me, I feel like when I first went there, it was.
No. Let's say it like this: when you first heard about it, when I first told you where I'm from, what did you think about it? How did you understand the concept of the country, geographically, or I don't know, let's say any other way?
I remember when we first met, and then we were having conversation. I asked you where you're from, and then you said I'm from Bosnia and Herzegovina, and then by then I didn't know anything about that at all.
No, first I said I'm Serbian, but you were
Yes.
thinking I'm from Serbia actually, because
I don't think I even knew Serbia before I met you. I didn't know the country.
yeah. You didn't know any of the countries on the Balkan.
Yes,
basically.
I knew Greece before, but
Okay, Greece.
so and I remember when you're trying to explain to me on the map and how it's divided. I think you're trying to explain everything from the Republic of Serbia, everything the way it's divided.
Beginner's
Like,
mistake.
Yeah, and I couldn't understand anything. I was just like, okay, okay, but I didn't understand. So it was very new to me. Yeah.
Okay, and then when you first entered the country, what did you think about it?
When I first visited Bosnia and Herzegovina, there's just something about Bosnia and Herzegovina. I don't know. There's a feeling you get when you reach Serbia. Like you visit especially the villages. Or it's different. But when you reach Bosnia and Herzegovina, it's like the air is different. The nature there is different. It's just it carries this whole feeling, this whole aura. Like it's liberating. It's free. It's simple life. Like especially when you go to the villages. It's fresh, the river is flowing. It's just so different there. Especially, I went to Nevestia, where you're born. It's just different. It's like time has stopped. Life is different. You're just in your own little thing, You just want to enjoy, go visit Mostar and back, and that's just your living, It's nice. And also when you talk about Mostar, it's also another feeling there. It's nice. I got to see the old bridge, Stary Most. It was nice. And then you just walk, when you're walking around Mostar, and then you walk a bit into it. Next thing you know, you're on the Croatian side apparently, and it's the whole thing changes, and
That's
it
the
feels
paradox,
different.
yeah.
You know, there are different feelings within Bosnia and
In
Herzegovina.
one country that has one flag, obviously,
Yeah.
like not counting the entities, let's
Yeah,
just count
the
the whole
official
country.
flag, yeah.
You enter one area, it's an official flag of Bosnia and Herzegovina. You
Yes.
just move a bit further, like literally 100 meters further, especially in the city of Mostar, let's say, and there is a flag of Croatia. Then you're like getting confused. Wait,
Wait.
okay, for me it's something I know what it is
Yeah,
about,
it's
you know,
used
but
to. But to
for
me-
foreigners, it's like, okay, hey, wait,
I was shocked
did I
too.
cross the border? Did I enter Croatia? You know, and then you just get out on top of the hill, basically above Mostar. You are going, and you reach the flag of Republika Srpska, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm still in Bosnia and Herzegovina, right? What's happening here?
And it's
So that's maybe was the weirdest thing to you, right?
yes, it's so baffling, you know, like because from where I'm from, usually when you see flags, especially this whole flag thing, when you see flags at people's residence, it's usually like an embassy or an ambassador's residence. But here, like they put the flag, you must know I'm Croatian, you must know I'm Serbian, like they're there, you know. So I think that was something new. But the icing of the cake when I was in Bosnia and Herzegovina was when there was a wedding in Mostar, and what do I see? The Bosnian Herzegovina flag, the Saudi Arabia flag, I don't know those Arab country flags, and I'm like, what? Why are these flags here? I could understand if the people getting married was maybe some Arab from that country, okay, but apparently it's because it's on the Muslim side, so it was like that, and I don't know, it's very shocking. The country is beautiful, it's just the differences is very unique, and it's the fact that they all live together in harmony. That's very interesting. Yeah, we can say that. I guess.
Supposedly harmony, you know, like it's not really. I don't know what would I say to that. There's always some people who create issues, you know, and there will always be normal people who just want to live peacefully, you know, like as I said, no one wants conflict.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone just want to live their lives and finish, you know, like have kids and I don't know, like wait for your kids to have their kids and then they just continue like that, like.
Yeah.
But what can you do? Politics is things differently sometimes, you know.
It is what it is.
And we still keep electing same people on all sides, politically. Same narrative. Well,
So be below to, well, that will be it for this video. We've discussed quite a number of things about Bosnia and Herzegovina. We'll see in the next video if we're gonna talk about it again or just move to another thing. Thank you guys for watching. Signing out.
bye.